Hello guys, today I'm going to tell you about the biggest codes I have written by my hand. So the first code that I will show you today is making a recipe cookbook. So basically now I'm going to tell you what is the recipe cookbook. As you know, there is a cookbook in hand form, and so I have created a digital version of it here. So what I have done basically, I have imported pytdx python ddx.x3. Okay, so first of all, I have defined three functions. Let me tell you in detail one by one. So first of all, my function is ask. Ask will do this thing, right? It will and first of all, I would just have to write ask the text. So what will it do? It will provide me with this input function and then ask me. The input basically does is ask me that what do you want to do? What do you want? But there is one disadvantage in this making, that is I cannot enter a user friendly message. But one advantage is that I can make the code a little bit shorter. Okay, moving on. I have made another variable, another function of speak. What does this do? First of all, we have to write the text over here in string form. So what will it do? It will first of all look inside the class recipe book, and then I have already defined the variable engine over here. So it is not giving me an error. Now it will say the thing that I have written in the audio. Like, what do you want now? Anything. Okay, so it will then run and wait basically, and then this is a little bit different from these two. So what is this? This is usually simple, 2 in 1. But what does it do? It also asks for one parameter. Basically, it prints the text and also speaks it. So this is one function, and inside it there is another one. Now this is the class recipe. Inside it, I have created the variable of engine, which will be used over here. Voices, that is literally important to get voices. Engine, now after these things are set, you have to make another variable. Basically, it's not a variable. You have to define it that the engine dot set property, like what will be the property of the engine. It will give me voice in this index. So first of all, I've imported pytd as x3 here because I wanted to use it here. And then init means inside of it there's another voice, like there are too many audios in Python, so we have to use an init function. Okay, moving on. Deserts. In deserts, you have to see that I have made more because we have deserts. Deserts I have written it on the top because they are written basically, so I can write it in top. So if you just ignore it and make it move into the last thing, first of all it's breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then dessert. Okay. The static method, using the static method, I will tell you this about I will tell you about this later. We have to define another function, that is add recipe. Now input, firstly this is name is equals to input, enter the name of the recipe. Now you would be asking, why have I not used the ask variable here? Now you would be surprised. See this. First of all, I use the ask variable in lower form. Now, what is this? It converts it into the lower text, meaning one is upper text and one is lower text. So it will be converted into lower text. Now, I do not wanted this to be in the upper text now. Yes, I had written this before, so that is why I've now I can use the ask what I want because I have to then enter the text inside, and the text would be like here. So the advantage is that it has the advantage basically I think that you can enter it inside of it, so it is good. Now I can write over here like if I just copy this thing over here and then I just do this like this, put ask, then I can paste this thing, enter the category, so it will provide with the same result. Alright, after explaining code, I will also run the code so you can check how it is made. So the recipe would be yes, this is the dictionary, like I have stored this all in dictionaries. So dictionary has key and value. So key and values are basically very different. Key is like the thing and the value is like the product of it. Like if you have learned in science like about the key and lock diagram, it is basically similar to that. That one key has its own value, but there cannot be same keys with same values. There cannot be same keys and different values. There cannot be there can be different keys with same values because like basically it's simple. Like if you take example like one person is 13 years and the other is also 13 years, that basically makes sense, but this person is 13 and this person also is 14, this cannot make sense. So basically the person is the key and the age is its value. So the basic thing is like there cannot be same keys and then same values, or else it would be like duplicating same keys and different values. It would be like out of the logic. And then yes, but different keys and same values can be possible. Like first of all, I would like to enter this and then category. Yes, category. If the category of this is breakfast, so the recipe book dot breakfast slash name. Yes, we have to still write the recipe book even inside it. So I will write the name. Yes, see this. This specific line is using a dictionary. Now inside this is the key and this is the value. Now see this dictionary. DICT in Python stands for dictionary. So it will be then two-in-one function that I have defined you, that it would print in Speak as well. And then Aleph, like it would be similar for breakfast now, only the category would be different. Yes, but if we have written the category wrong, it would just simply say you have entered a wrong category. Alright, now search by ingredients. There is another thing I will add inside my program. It's like search by ingredient. So now you would ask me that what is the importance of search by ingredient? The basic purpose of search by ingredient is that at your home you have only eggs, bread, so you would just search the ingredients bread and eggs according to what you have saved in your recipes, it would show the results about those recipes that have those specific ingredients. So you can make it. So else you would have to scroll the internet that I have these things. So it is better. And it now how does it search it? Firstly, you have to tell it the name of the ingredient. See this, I have written ask. It will ask it. Alright. Now find recipe. Found recipes is like now why have I used this thing? Now you would think that those were different brackets and these are different brackets. So now I'll tell you these brackets are used for list because we will create a list of these things which have the specific ingredients. So for category recipes, now I have written for category recipes like we're defining using the for loop. There are two loops in Python, for loop and while loop. For loop is used for sequence and while loop is used for increasing a value, decreasing a value. Like for x in y, like if it is my name, my variable is in like a is equals to my name. Alright, now I will write for my name in alright, I will tell you again. My name is equals to Abdul Rahman. Okay, so this is the name. Now, what will it do? Now, if I just say for name in my name, and then we're going to make this bracket like breakfast, we have to write this thing, the breakfast. I have written this recipe because breakfast, lunch, dinner, dessert, because they were two different ends. So I have written this like this for, but we will not write items because that is not dictionary. But like if it is variable, so for name in my name and then inverted commas, no semicolon, and then we have to write with the gap print name. Now you would be thinking, what will it print? It will first print A, then in the next line it would print B, then C, then then B, then U, then R, then again R, then E, then H, then M. Okay, you would understand what it is. So this would be things. Alright, if found recipes, and now it will speak found. Len means there is another function in Python known as len, and len is the full form of length. So what does it do? You have to just give it a string or something. It would then tell the number of items or the number of letters, the number of characters. It would tell us according to what you said. Okay, so found recipes is this one, and recipes with ingredients like ingredient this, it would literally print the ingredient, and then for category name details and found recipes like I said this. Now I have written category name and details without writing dot items. This is because we write dot items only and only in dictionaries. Dictionaries meaning those with curly brackets. There is another thing. There are another brackets. The other brackets they are called as tuples. Tuples. Now they do the same thing as list, but they are literally different. I will tell you right now how they are different. And then we will proceed with the code. Now basically list can be editable, like we can add it by using another feature that is in list, like the list name. Like I would write found recipes dot append, and then append means we have to insert inside, and then brackets, and we can write the string what we have to append. That is the first thing. Now after we do this, then there's another thing, like as intervals we cannot change it. It is unchangeable. You cannot change it. Once you have made it, you can delete it by inside the code. Like you have to delete the code, then rewrite it, delete the code, rewrite it, delete the code, rewrite it. But in list, we have to just, even if you're at the end of the code, you just have to, if you remember the variable name, you have to just write the variable name dot append, and you have to append inside. It will be appended. But at the very end, after the code has been finished, but if you want to inside the code, then you have to write it inside the code. You can write it anywhere. It is your choice, but you have to also figure out, like, see my indentation, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. So you're seeing this. This is indentation. Like we have to also see like indentation in it. So basically, you dash at the end of this code. You have to email me at the Gmail account that is in my, that is that I have written in my bio. You can check that out. And then you have to email me some codes. Like you can enter me about the things that should be useful in real life. So I will make a code and then explain it to you guys. I will also post, I will also give the code to those people who will email me back and who will email me and also subscribe. So first of all, you should do this. Alright. So then I'm going to tell you now we should can proceed with this video. So I have now used these like if elif else. These are called as, like I do not right now I forgot the name, but okay, let's proceed. If found recipes, meaning if it's inside speak the thing like found and then the recipes, the number of recipes, and then len means length of found recipes, meaning the number of recipes. Alright. So and then the with the immediate specific date that you have written inside, and then it would write now this is where you have to find it. Now it would, now this is where for is going to be used. It would write each line, in each line it would write its name, the specific name, the category, and the details. Alright. Or else it would say that there are no recipes found, and then also speak that. Alright. Static methods. Now I will also enter one more thing that is known as view recipes. Alright. Now what will be done in view recipes? Basically it was we have to just click the number view recipe, then what will it do? It will go inside every each of the dictionaries, and using these two things it would list me, like it would list me all of the categories, category names, and then the recipes. So first the category name, then the recipes. You will know it much better when I start to do. Okay, you will know like this everything. So now I will, the every code needs to be controlled. Like you should also exit, like save and exit. So I have posted another thing, save and exit. So what will it do? Two in one. All the recipes have been saved goodbye. But actually this is a code, so that the recipes will not be saved. I'm saying it again. But this is a user-friendly message for the users that the recipes have been saved. Alright. Now static method. Now everything will proceed the same. Like I said, that you will click the number and that thing would happen. At the rate static method, and then like it is convert a function to be a static method. Like now, now I will tell you. First of all, I will tell you this function. Two in one. Welcome to the recipe. I have added a new recipe. View recipe ingredient. View all recipes. Save and exit. Now enter your choice. Okay, and everything will be proceeding the same. Now I would tell you about this static method. What is the purpose of static method here? Now the purpose of static method here is that it would convert the function into a method that would be used to run the code. Like this is a method that if you run, this is a run method. Now I would now open the code. This is gonna run the code. Making a recipe .py. Alright, I have written. This is one way, and you can also click the code. So .py. Making is not tracking. Okay, I guess that.
Welcome to the recipe app. Want to add a new recipe? Choose the new recipe by ingredient. Preview all recipes. Or save and exit.
See this? It is literally speaking to us. This is why this. Now, I would like to add a new recipe, so I would click the number 1. Now enter the. Okay, so I would just enter these. This is very basic. So first of all, what do we need? Milk, and then tea leaves, and then water. Okay, so this is the recipe. Enter the instructions. We can also add the instructions to it. Like I have written in something about the instructions. So I would write heat the water and add tea leaves, and in a cup enter milk. Once the tea leaves and water are ready, so pour it in the milk. Okay, enter the category. So it, like, what can we say? Some people bring it in breakfast, so we can write it in anything. So basically this.
Recipe added. Welcome to the recipe app. Want to add a new recipe? Choose the new recipe by ingredient. Preview all recipes. Or save and exit.
Okay, before viewing the recipe by ingredient, we can, let's see, view all recipes.
Category. Breakfast. Recipe. Tea. Ingredients. Milk. Tea leaves. Water. Instructions. Heat the water and add tea leaves in a cup enter milk. Once the tea leaves and water are ready, pour in the milk. Category. Lunch. Category. Dinner. Category. Dessert. Welcome to the recipe app. Want recipe. View the recipe by ingredient. Preview all recipes. Or save and exit.
Okay, one thing I should add inside is we should also add a delay, because after it's saying the category desert, it is automatically jumping back to welcome to the recipe app. So see this, it literally told us the instructions. It literally told us every category. It did not said no nothing, because it would be then like, you cannot say it would be too advanced, but I have to add that inside. But I don't feel like to add inside. It is much better like this. Okay, so it told us, okay, it told us about the whole instructions, the recipe, ingredients, instructions, everything, and also it is welcoming us millions of times, as you saw. Like, I enter this and then it tells us about the category web first and then everything. Let's see it by the ingredients. I will write milk, because milk was
Tab
initially.
1 recipe. Yes. Good. Recipe. Tea. Category. Breakfast. Welcome to the recipe app. Want to add a new recipe? View the recipe by ingredient. Preview all recipes.
Now,
Or save and exit.
I will just write.
All the recipes have been saved. Good fun.
Okay, this is how the code ends. I just now you would think that I clicked Control C, so you should not be worried that this will the code is bad or something has happened inside the code. So the code is not bad, but first I will email the code to all of those who will email me, and then also subscribe please. Okay, bye.